Hey, John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I got this question about starting a business. I get a lot of questions about entrepreneurship and starting a business. And I thought I'd answer this question from Andrew. Andrew says, love the latest video on starting your business. That is certainly the advice I will be giving my kids when they start out. I'm on the same place as you think. I worked in software for 15 years and it becomes a golden cage. You can't give up the money, but you must try. So have a very relevant questions you might like. Does software make sense as an internet business? How could you do that? You can outsource a lot of the work to Thailand while still working. What would you outsource? Marketing, design, etc., and how? This was one from a friend of mine at the weekend. He hasn't heard of Elance, for instance. Should your internet business have to be software? Should you go another way? The one I'm working on isn't software at all, but it's really something you can't get anywhere without a lot of software skill. It would be good if you pointed out to devs they actually have a ton of skills most people don't that are now essential to internet business. They just don't see it. Gone on a little there. This is close to my heart at the moment. Have a great week, Andrew. So Andrew, a few questions in here, but I mean, first of all, you said is software a good internet business? Definitely it is. Anything that you can digitally produce, we don't have to manufacture, is going to be a great internet business because it can be automated. The sales process, the downloading, so you can basically, there's nothing better than when I wake up in the morning and I look at my phone and I just got paid overnight, right, for not doing anything. That's the beauty of software and an internet business, where it's all automated. And if someone can digitally download your product, that's obviously going to be a good thing. So software is probably the best internet business that you can do. Obviously software as a service is something that you see a lot, especially popular today. There's a lot of companies that are selling you for a monthly fee software as a service, where you're basically paying them a monthly fee and you're getting access to some software. That's probably the most profitable way to do software business today, as opposed to the just buy it once and download model. But it's kind of difficult to get traction. A lot of people are doing it. I'm not sure about the long-term sustainability of that, because I think that eventually people will get tired of paying monthly fees for everything. I know I'm paying monthly fees to a lot of different pieces of software vendors with their software as a service offerings. But yeah, definitely software is good. As far as the outsourcing a lot of the work, if you're a software developer, I would probably be inclined to say that you are best developing the first version of your software yourself, and then maybe getting someone that you hire to help work on it. As I wouldn't just go out there and try to outsource something, never having outsourced something to another developer and have them build it. I think there's a dream of that, but it doesn't really work in practical reality. There's a lot to know about managing a project and doing that. As a software developer, you should probably bootstrap it yourself. It's also investment. It might be cheap to hire someone from Thailand, but you're still going to be paying out a lot of money. You're better off starting off, eventually develop a process where you can have someone else do it for you. But I would start off doing a lot of things too. I'd say if you automate them, you should do them manually yourself first, right? It's very dangerous when you try to hire someone to do a job that you haven't done yourself. And then you talked about pointing out that software developers have a lot of skills that most people don't, that are essential in internet business. That's definitely true. Good point. It's worth talking about that a little bit. So, a lot of software developers can set up a website and can make changes to that website, the design of it, the HTML, the CSS, can even program it to some degree. So that can be a huge benefit. I think it can also be a detriment, because I think a lot of software developers want to do everything themselves. So while there's perfectly good software out there for doing e-commerce transactions, let's say for buying something from a website, A lot of software developers might try and develop their own version of it, and that's not really what their core product offering is. So it might actually slow them down trying to reinvent the wheel. So I'd say yes, it can be a benefit because you're going to know a lot more about technology and doing things than your average person, but it can also be a detriment if you try to invent things yourself. So good points, Andrew, and great questions. Hopefully you're successful with your business. Best advice I would say is and I tell people this all the time, which is set a date when you're going to release it and get something out. Start small, get something out there quickly. Don't make the mistake that a lot of people do and go on these very long, they work on something for a year and then finally produce it and they don't have any customers or it doesn't work out. Instead, get something out there quickly and, just do it. Just take action. And for the first version, you might want to, first thing you're doing, you might want to write it yourself. You might not want to try and tackle outsourcing. It's hard enough to just figure out how to build a business and sell something online than it is to try and build a whole team around it from the beginning. So anyway, if you have a question about building a business or entrepreneurship or selling something online, email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com. And if you like this video, subscribe.